It's the time of year where every F1 fan predicts the driver lineup for the season that's in 1 year. Yes, it's really weird, but today we'll be predicting the 2025 F1 driver lineup. And sometimes I don't really do F1. Maybe I did a video on it on the sports channel. But I really do love F1 and I would like the more content about F1 in it. As you can clearly see, I'm an Alpine fan. So let's get to the predicting. And yes, I might be on a watch list after this. So we're going to start off with the Silver Arrows Mercedes. George Russell, 99%, he should stay. And Hamilton's going off to Ferrari, that we'll talk about a bit more later. And everyone's thinking, put Fernando in there. And I might be on a watch list after this because I put Mick Schumacher. Now, the only reason he's got the reserve driver role is because his dad's the GOAT, Michael Schumacher. But I'm just joking because we all know Latifi is the GOAT. But honestly, that's probably why they only put him as the reserve driver. Back in 2021, when racing for Haas, he was awful. He crashed so many times. And he wasn't really that good. If you gave him a car like Mercedes, who's a pretty good car, probably would only just be fighting for points. I would say they'd put him in the car for the start of the season, try to get someone like Fernando for the end. Onto my team, Alpine. Well, they'll keep the two best drivers. Obviously, I might be biased, but let's just say I'm not. The two best drivers, Pierre Gasly, he's really talented, and Esteban Ocon. They don't work really well together, but as an individual driver, great. Jack Doohan, Victor Martins, absolutely amazing. Will probably come in 2026 to replace Ocon. Ocon had rumours with Mercedes, and I wouldn't be surprised. During the season, Ocon goes to Mercedes, and then Jack Doohan or Victor Martins comes in for Alpine. For Haas F1, I'm definitely going with Kevin Magnussen, obviously very experienced, but what I don't agree with their driver lineup currently is two experienced drivers. That's what I'm saying. Keep one, Kevin Magnussen, get rid of Nico, he will get a spot, don't worry. And put one of the most talented drivers that's not on the grid currently, Oliver Bearman, F2 driver, super talented and will definitely get a seat next year. And I think with Haas is the team for him. Now, it might not be a faster car for such a talented driver, but I'm pretty sure that even Oliver Bearman and Kevin Magnussen, a rookie and a very experienced driver, could help the team score and fight for points every single race this season. Well, next season. I would say this would be one of the best driver lineups ever. Max Verstappen, amazing, and Carlos Sainz. There's been rumours about going to other teams, but I think Red Bull's absolutely perfect for the guy. No Daniel Ricciardo, no Perez, Carlos Sainz, no Albon. I know how that became a proper thing. Albon, no way. Carlos Sainz. Max Verstappen, Carlos Sainz, both teammates when they started F1 at Toro Rosso, for them to reunite at Red Bull, I think could be an unstoppable duo. And I know I don't really like Red Bull dominating, but I wouldn't mind if we had a title race between Max Verstappen and Carlos Sainz. I think it would be great. Even though Red Bull would probably win the Constructors by 1,000 points, I think it would be great to see a battle between Carlos Sainz and Verstappen, and it would just be a really good driver lineup, I think, for Red Bull, and I wouldn't be surprised if that's what happens. Now McLaren. Now I really don't like McLaren, but I have to say the drivers they got is amazing. Piastri and Lando, both amazing drivers, and that's why I'm going for 2025. They'll probably stay with McLaren. Now maybe Lando will lead to Mercedes or Red Bull in future years, but I'm saying Lando, even though he's an amazing talent, probably deserves the faster car on the grid. I think he and Piastri can really put McLaren at a very high level. Maybe McLaren will be challenging for titles in 2025. I don't know, but I highly doubt it. Now, Ferrari. Let's make this quick because I really don't like them. Lewis Hamilton confirmed and Charles Leclerc. Amazing driver lineup, probably the best ever. Could challenge for the title. That's what Ferrari fans though say every single year, and yet it never happens. Yes, but if the jokes aside, an amazing driver lineup, probably won't challenge with Red Bull if they had Carlos and and Max Verstappen, and just realizing that the payback Carlos could get of Ferrari. Just he could be like, look at me now, I'm the fastest car on the grid challenging for the world championship, and Ferrari could stink. They could be the worst car in 2025. No one knows what's going to happen. Well, we can kind of predict Max Verstappen will win another title, and he'll keep on winning until he retires. So let's go on to the next team. For Aston Martin, it's going to be Lance Stroll. His father thinks he's the world's best racer. And obviously with Fernando Alonso gone, who are you going to put in Aston Martin seat? Well, Nico Hulkenberg. I told you he would get a seat. The guys work with Aston Martin and Racing Point, if you count them as two different teams. They kind of are the same. He's worked with them before as the reserve driver. He's even raced some races with them before. And he's a really talented, experienced driver who could maybe teach Lance how to drive a car.
Can you stay out on this condition? Yes! To get him into a position where he can think about Q2. Oh no! He's hit the wall!
Now to the second most team with the most sponsors in the name, Visa Cash App RB Formula 1 team. Yuki Tsunoda will stay. He's outperformed every new teammate. Daniel Ricciardo, Nick De Vries, all these guys, new teammates who come in. Yuki Tsunoda, who's expected to be worse than both of them, has done really well to perform better. Now I'm saying instead of keeping Daniel, definitely bring in this man, Liam Lawson. Amazing driver. I went to Singapore Grand Prix and I watched him. Ricciardo, I'm sad that I didn't get to see him. Obviously, as an Australian, I really wanted to see him. Singapore Grand Prix, obviously, he broke his wrist, I think. So Liam Lawson came in. He was amazing, by the way. And I think it's definitely the right choice. And probably what's going to happen, Yuki and Liam could really work for Visa Cash App RB. I don't know how to pronounce it, really. I think it's not hard to pronounce. It's just, what's the right thing? I'm just going to call it Stake F1 Team Kick Sauber. It's such a long name, and that's why they've been awarded the team with the most sponsors in the name. I think it's just supposed to be just Sauber, but they have like 100 sponsors in the name. So I picked Théo Pourchaire, amazing young driver, another rookie. He's brilliant. I would really like to see the Oliver Bearman vs Théo Pourchaire battles. The reason why I didn't put Bearman in Sauber, I think Bearman fit better with Haas, and I don't think two rookies will work well. And with Audi coming in a year later, if we're in 2025, a year later, 2026, Audi come in to replace Sauber, they'll probably want a driver lineup with a semi-rookie, who'll be by then, Théo Pourchaire, and a very experienced driver. That's why I'm putting Fernando Alonso there. He's an amazing experienced driver. Even if he's there for 2 years with the Sauber and one with Audi, if he's there for 1 year with Sauber and he goes off to Mercedes, or halfway through the season he goes off with Mercedes, I think he could definitely be with Sauber and really help them improve. And for the final team, Williams. Now, I've heard so much about that Red Bull Albon thing, but it's not going to happen. Albon will stay at Williams for at least another season, and he will be with, yes, maybe a surprise for you guys, but Valtteri Bottas. No Daniel Ricciardo. Even though I'm an Australian who loves Daniel Ricciardo, he's not on the grid for me. I'm definitely picking Valtteri Bottas. Obviously, he started his career with Williams before Mercedes and then Sauber. So I think it would really work for him to go back to his former team, his team he started off with, and maybe fight with points. I think it could be fight for points with Sauber and Haas. Haas, Sauber, Williams could be a big battle in 2025 if these are the drivers. Amazing drivers with an experienced Magnussen, Alonso and Bottas, and semi-rookie with Albon, but the rookie of Bearman and Théo Pourchaire. Overall, I think this would be an amazing F1 lineup, and that is why I predicted it. I think some of it might happen. It's kind of like what I'd like, but my predictions really, it's kind of a mix of both. But if this happens, I will do something. Whatever the top comment says, if this exact lineup happens, I'll do whatever the top comment says. Have a good day, and remember, Waddle Dee for Smash.
What has happened? We need to know who's going to come out in front as we see Lance Stroll hitting the barrier and going over the curve.